Okay, I do believe we are now one. I see chat posting out again. Okay, right. Okay. Yes. Hello, Ethan. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Chat's fixed. Yes. Well, everyone, it's Zymo3. Welcome back to Mashinky. So, trains for all. I'm just still trying to chill out in general. So, yep. I thought I'd chill out with a bit of trains, a bit of transport, and the whole fact that my entire network's ground to a halt because I didn't have enough coal. So that's the thing. Yeah. Basically, it's just thrown a massive wrench in everything at this point. Because everything's just ground to a halt. So, yep, that's where we left it. With my network barely functioning. So that's why I've got things over here, it's just starting to get set up to try and fix that. So we need to continue. We need to get this sorted, so I'm going to expand the station out here. That one, and that one. That should do it. Yeah, I should be able to just put down a fresh station along here. And that'll double this one up. Like that. Okay. Just need for this particular train to actually get out of here. Just needed to load up on coal and get moving. Okay, there we go. One train on the move, just to get my network rolling for at least a few moments longer. It also gets the line clear, which is more what I was after. Anyway, let's continue where we want to go. We've got that station there, okay, so this coal plant here, coal mine, but there's also these two over here, which we can stretch out to get to. Which is just a good idea in general, quite honestly. So, let's get started on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an 8 there. Station yes, I know that my trains are not working. I am aware. Somehow. 3, 6, 8. There we go. 2 mining stations. Okay. Now I need to find out how to connect that to my existing line down here, of course. Nothing's ever perfect, is it? Yeah, I think 2 is probably all that I need for that one. So, that one's running around. It's going to get my network back up and rolling. But what I need is to get over here, which means I need to actually get around this lake. Just so I can get some coal back in. There we go. That'll keep it quiet, at least for the moment. So I can just doesn't have it clicking all the time at me. Right. What I'm thinking is, to get around this lake, I'm either going to have to do some serious earth moving around this shore. Oh, okay, I've earned some money, thank you. So I'm going to have to dig around through this mountain, or I can just go ahead and bridge across this area, which seems like a good option, because it's relatively shallow. So I think that might be the best thing to do. Let's get leveling out. So let's go ahead and see what does 8 look like. 8 looks okay. Okay, yeah, I can work with this. 8 should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put one over here. 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. So that's an 8. Of course, we need to get another stretch there, just for the bridges. And we're going straight, so. Yes, I was indeed epic. Welcome back, by the way. And that's what I'm currently working on, actually. I've not forgotten. Believe it or not. Okay, left gap at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's here, I need to rise. So right now, I'm just digging around in a lake bed, actually. Okay, that's that. And then that will just go ahead and connect straight to here. That'll do. So that's where that's going to connect. I need to connect it here. But to get the rails across it though, I require these things to be at 7s at least. So continuing to just burn money to try and get it all sorted out. And believe it or not, this is still cheaper, I think, than going around the other shore of the lake. Because in this one I'm just modifying a few stretches of land to get anchor points up for bridges. But if I went the other way, I'd just be digging around trying to get past mountains and things. So, you know, not ideal. But that should look alright. There we go. But yeah, epic. What happened last time is that I ran out of coal, so all my engines stopped pretty much. So what I'm doing is I'm currently working on getting the access to the other 2 coal mines up here, which I'm going to feed down into this this toolworks down here. And this is my money-based coal system, where I'll be producing coal to keep things running using just money as the only input. So that way, if I run out of coal again, this section will not grind to a halt, at least in theory. It'll grind to a halt if I run out of money, and there is that, but I've got a decent income, so. Actually, does that look better if I were to. Yeah, look at me. Once again, I'm going for aesthetics. I can lift the entire thing up a bit. Do it like that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Demolish that bridge and build a new one. Hi Razul, welcome to the stream. Yes, it was exactly. It was a problem of my own making. Like so many times I've run into a serious problem in a game. 9 times out of 10 it's actually my own fault, so it's just the way things work out, isn't it? So let's get another set of bridges across there. Then of course we need to get a set across here. Just run this straight through there, and yeah, that coal system's run out again. And it's not quite done generating another train, which is why I wanted to get these other 2 sections actually integrated, so I can actually get some more coal flowing through. Because one of the upgrades I can get for the coal mines is coal storage, which needs coal, oddly enough. So yeah, I need to actually get some coal up and rolling before I can actually boost my coal production further. Should be okay. I'm going to run it this way. There we go. Now I should be able to just pull this straight around through this gap. I'm going to need to level that part out, like that. Yes, I know I'm out of coal, thank you. I don't like how it just keeps reminding me that I'm out of coal, because I'm an idiot, so, you know. That is sadly just part of how the game is built. Let's see, how do I want to do this? That is the same level there, actually. So... let's run it down here. Then it will go straight into that. Of course, some terrain alteration will be required to properly even things out. Okay, that should be about enough to get this connection sorted. Oops, just stop here. There we go, that connects all the way along here. So I can get up to these two stations at least. Oh, I see what's going on. No, you're the one that's almost full, so you're the one that needs to stop. Right, so having multiple trains, it doesn't prioritise whichever one is close to being full either. Which is something new I've been learning of late. It's a bit unfortunate as well, but... well, it actually doesn't make sense. It's just like, oh, there's a train wanting this, and then it's random which train actually gets the material. So it'd be nice if it would prioritise trains that are almost ready to go, but it doesn't. So you need to restrict how you're loading and unloading stuff. There we go. Another expensive bridge works, all sorted. Jolly good. I seem to like doing bridge works in this game, to be honest. Don't know why. That needs to be lifted. Okay, that's a massive slope to get up. But it's mostly okay. Oh, nope, that's not okay at all. Right, so that's the level to get equal to that mine. Okay. I just need to even it all out. That should be okay. I can just connect straight up to this mine now. I'm not going to make the same mistake with this mine as I did with the other mine down here, though, because that's being slowed down by the fact it's got 2 trains in it. And 2 stations, and it's also connected straight onto the main railway line, so it doesn't actually have a waiting space. I'm not going to do that with this one. So... yeah, comes up on the left, goes out on the right, which means... it actually needs to come this way. There we go, there's its direction right there. Actually, that's really bad, that. I will get this fixed. I will. But might as well do some extensive earth moving though, because I've got the money to do it. Right. So it needs to go to about here. Yeah, there we go. That drops it down. So, there's the intake for that station there. Just make sure to get that. I think I'm going to need to get some bridging in here, actually. So, no, wrong way. Like that. So what height is that? That is at a height of 16. So, that's how high that needs to be. And I'm going to just flat out bridge across, like that. Create some more pretty bridges. And well, this is going to be one of this needs to be like, oops, not like that for a start, like that. Have money and you will murder nature. I think it's probably a good lesson to take from games like this sometimes. Have money and you will murder nature. So, I need to even this. Like that. Just drop that. Not entirely sure why I built it extra long, but that's alright. Oops. It would help if I didn't make the railway wrong as well. There we go. So that's going to be the output for that particular station. It needs to come back around to get onto this line here, which is also a slight issue. Is that the right angle? Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Drop, drop, drop. That'll drop it all down. Then it can connect straight through here. Needs to be on that angle. Like that. There we go. So right, that goes all the way around. Now I need this to connect to that though, which is not going to be quite as easy. That should be about right, I think. That's where I want it. Then I want that one. This is such a waste of money doing it this way. Honestly, I'm spending so much money just doing it. I mean, I've spent like 5,000 money doing it this way. It's ridiculous. There we go. Finally. Okay, made it. So, I want to get rid of the rock in the middle for a start, so I can actually tree this area over and kind of try to forget that I actually did that. Besides, nature, you know? If you're going to do something nasty to nature, make sure that nature can forgive you by giving it lots of trees and things. That'll do. that's enough beautifying for now. So that's the two stations connected, except for the fact that there's no signals. I need to put signals into this area now. So like this. There's the splits. Put one there. That's where it needs to be, like that. It's the loop, which will bring this particular set around to where I want it to be. So that's all connected. Right. That's that. That's the whole waiting area there. Which makes that the exit. There we go, just stretching it all the way down. And soon I will not have to listen to the game complaining about the fact I've not got any coal. Because I am somewhat aware of it. I mean, that's why I'm building this entire elaborate setup in the first place, just to get more coal. Especially as Epic was so kind to remind everyone. It's entirely my fault. Signal after the top left station is one way around. What? Oh, yep, so it is. Thank you. Fixed. That comes that way. That is all done. Right. Okay. Extension completed. Now we just need to get some trades out on it, which is going to be the fun part. Right. Let's see. I was building this out of Prussian T3s. Because they run on money, the best money running one I've got, and I was loading them with Talbots because I could afford to build them. So, oh wait, yeah, that's right. Length needs to be 7.6. Orders are to go to this one, full load, and then go down to this station here. So that's one of them at least. Wait, why does that train have 123 capacity? No, I was reading that wrong. Never mind. No, I don't want that. Ah. Brain no worky. Brain no worky. I want a Prussian, not the 284s. The 284s are the ones I want to use everywhere else. Let's see. I'm going to need at least 3 on that one, I think. Because of the increased distance. That one barely keeps it with 2, that one is twice as far, so I think 3 should be enough to keep it up when I put it in the first upgrade, at least. So, let's accelerate the time. Once again, the game is complaining about things. This game loves to complain about things. Let's actually add in an additional passing point. Probably a good idea. Go. Okay. Another passing point, that'll get the trains moving out a little bit faster because that's a bit closer. Right, next train is... Okay. Once again, you are going to fully load up this one. And then wander back down here to deliver to this one. So that's all set. Of course, there's the fact that there's this massive slope just outside the depot. That's not helping, quite honestly. Oh well, at least we've got 3 trains out rolling now. So there is that. I can't wait to get this fixed, because honestly I am finding that so irritating when it's just like going, hey, there's something wrong. Hey, listen, listen, listen. It's like, yeah, I am aware. I am so very aware of what's going on. It's not like you give me a chance to forget. Right. Once again, I've done that wrong. Cell 1. Cell 1, please, thank you. Right. Go. And one more should have everything operating at full capacity up there, at least for now. There we go, the game is now once again complaining because we are out of coal. Bye. There we go, last train is rolling. That'll keep things going, just a bit. Of course, there's some upgrades needed up here, so I need to get you a coal storage boost, like so. So you're now at +2 coal. You need coal storage as well. So once again, +2 coal, and those 3 trains should be just about enough to deal with that. If need be, I can always add more to it, so that's perfectly fine. Now, you've already got some coal works, haven't you? A heating plant, so I can't add anything else. No, I can't. Actually, I could afford a storage, which gives an increase of +1 to +1. Makes it slightly more efficient to all things. Maybe. On the bright side though, with all that, I've actually got 140 coal now somehow. So I think that might be it. Right. Wallace Parish, place of prayer and shelter. Community acquired a very old derelict church we would like to repair. Our followers will help us, but we need building materials. That's why I'd ask for your help. To collection for congregation, it's not much, but maybe it will be enough. So they'll give me 430 old 7 cash to deliver some wood and steel to a ruined church near Coventry. Coventry is actually a really small place, but it is actually on my passenger routes, so that is somewhere I'd actually like to see developed, quite honestly. Interesting. There's also a bunch of politics options wanting me to connect multiple cities, which I've just been ignoring as well. Might be a good idea to do that, but I want to make sure that my coal situation is stabilised first. So yeah, how are you doing? You're still loading up your train. There's one waiting behind because you've not got enough. That's absolutely fine. 171 coal. It drops quite rapidly because of all the other coal-burning engines I've got running around. But at least I've got regular shipments of big coal trains rolling along that section, so there's that. Oh, the train's been stopped. Oh, yeah, of course it has. You've been waiting for the tracks ahead of you to get cleared. Oh, there's another one waiting behind as well. Have I got too many trains on there? I don't think I have. Depends on when this train actually comes back. Let's follow it. Okay, so what are you going to do? I just need to make sure that there isn't still an excess train waiting when this thing gets back to its coal mine. I also need to deal with that repeatedly appearing one of too much iron ore. Though that said, that one is actually caused by a coal shortage. So there's not much I can do about that one. At least not right now. We need more coal, end of the day. Right, so, what's waiting? Train 41 is still waiting. Oh, ah. That's just pulling out just this one gets back. Okay, so that is still slightly too many trains for that one. This one is struggling a little bit. It needs a station upgrade to stop it from blocking the tracks like that. Yeah. I mean, actually, Basil, that's why I've done it like this, after all. That's why I've... let's see, I want a... Where is it? Signal box. There's signal box, right. Pause. I want station there. Right. I mean, that's why this one runs entirely on money. So if I do run short of coal for any reason, this one will not grind to a halt, so this one will continue to give me coal to keep the rest of the network running. That's half loaded, so right, these guys need coal upgrades to maintain the number of trains they've got. And I need 80 coal to do the maintenance shed. There we go, that's now a +3 coal mine. Got enough, I can afford this. Let's get another one onto here. So that's also a +3 coal mine. There we go, that'll keep all those trains happy and stop them from waiting around. So that's that. You've reached capacity of woods, apparently. Well, the sawmill there is running flat out. There's not much I can do to boost it. I can increase the drain on... Oh, you're full on timber as well, actually. So you're not shipping enough timber, are you? I could do a steam sawmill. Requires a coal source, but it will give me a 3 wood into 5. Yeah, 3 wood into 5 timber. That one. And again, this is a really busy sawmill though. Okay, the other one that keeps running out is this one, which gets overloaded on, well, just flat out on iron ore actually. That one. But something else that I've not done though is I have not actually... First off, I've not got passenger trains running everywhere I need them. Secondly, I've not actually finished this junction yet. So this junction is experiencing a lot of slowdown. I really need to get this fixed. How's the best way to get this fixed? I think just building a lot of bridges is probably the best way to do it. Because I need to get rid of that junction there. Stop the trains from braking, we'll let the trains run faster, and so we'll help clear the backlog. Because every time a train comes and turns right at this junction, it's getting in the way of everything, which doesn't help. Okay, right, how to do this? We can't tunnel, it's too close to the waterline, so we're going to have to bridge. And to bridge we require... Oh, this is going to be nasty. It's going to require 4, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to require 4. Not quite what I'm after that. I could... Oh, I know. I know a way I can slip a line through. That'll do. I just need to wait for this section to clear, so I can actually dig it out. You're clear, right. Time to go digging. Demolish the track. There we go. And you ramp up by 1. Then I require you flattened. I need only a single line through, which means I need that one up. Actually, no, I don't need that one. Now the thing is, I've got to get to this line here, this left line, needs to get to this left line here. And so to do that, it requires multiple... It's got to get past this line here, and then and this line here. So I can either run it along here and just bridge it across that, so it's like long and then over, but we're along this picturesque lake shore, so that's causing issues. So instead, I'll just slip it under here, and then I think I'll extend this bridge by 1, so I can get another line coming through here, and then just loop it around, and it'll plug straight into this lot. And then I can just tear out that line there. This outside edge doesn't actually require a rebuild, so it's just this one that needs to be sorted out on this part. Drop you by that. Right next to the crossing. Which one? You mean this one? Is it this one you mean, Muzzle? The one that's actually in the crossing? Now the problem with this one is to get a line from here to here, we still have to get past this line here. So there's still a crossing involved. So I'd have to find a way to get the line past this one here, because that one is going downwards and onto this track. So that is one of the other connections that is in use. And there's practically not much space in there either, because everything else is packed in together. So yeah, that's why I'm going to slip it under here and then under this one. Actually, this is only a three-way junction though, Razzle. That's the thing. It's only a three-way junction. Literally. I mean, imagine a four-way junction. That's going to be even better. And we're going to need one at some point, I think. But yeah, it's just a three-way junction. And we've got to be aware of all these bits and pieces, just making sure that the tracks aren't crossing each other. Messy? Well, yeah, actually, it is a messy junction, yes. I've got to give you that one. Okay, I need to get that line cleared now. There we go. Demo the bridges. Tracks. Everything. So that I can raise this and this. And then drop that one. There we go. Just reconnect everything to make sure it's all functioning properly. There we go. And that's now given us a way to get through. Clear the entire junction and remake it again. I'd rather not, to be honest. Besides, messy junction is a junction full of so-called character, isn't it? There we go, that plugs straight into there. There we go. So yeah, it's definitely not perfect, but it will get things through, which is the whole point. There we go. Character is messy. Again, yeah, got to give you that one. Basically, I'm just trying to get something that works, to be quite honest. So that's my focus here. Got all that. That's looking okay. And that'll let the trains through it if I've not messed up a signal. Yep, there goes the train. Slightly increased this journey time, but it's, yep, it goes around, straight up and over. There we go. So it works. It does work. Okay, so this place is once again overloaded. I really, really need to get this one connected up with access to a steam-powered sawmill. I think the best one to actually connect to that is the forest near Aberdeen. This one. Let's give it a clearing, which would... No, it's not clearing, it's a charcoal kill. It needs a bit of metal, but it slowly produces charcoal. So, build one there. The station itself requires now a signal box, which I'll slap in there, because it's now ready to be expanded to full length, since it's already got length 8 trains running into it. But now it's going to have more than one, so might as well sort it out. Like that. And of course it requires the extra track, because it's going to be loading up 2 different materials now. So it's got to have space for 2 trains to get into it. There we go. Oops, nope, that's not right. There we go. Okay. That'll work. And that will slowly produce coal, which I can then grab from the forest and deliver to the sawmill, which I will upgrade with a steam sawmill. Where should I put that? I'll put it around here. There you go, steam sawmill. Now I can use that to do stuff. The only way it's not got is actually taking wood and turning it into money. That's the only thing it doesn't do. Might be a good idea to have it do that actually, if it keeps overloading itself with wood, but we'll see how it does with a slow but steady supply of coal. Let's see. The thing is, well, it has to be a class 65 no matter what. So it needs to be like that. I don't think it charges maintenance though, just if it's loading. So load it with Talbots, so that it graces the station with the minimum number of trips possible. Because of course we've got to try and keep traffic down somehow. And there we go, that'll grab coal slowly from there, feed it into here, which will accelerate processing of timber. I believe I need another timber train though, so there is that. Let's get another timber train out here. Another class 65. Fit it out with all the logs. 7.8, yep. And then transport that over there. There we go. Now, let's do something a little bit about this character. I don't really need to tear up the tracks because the tracks are all okay for the moment. But something I can do to beautify it is, of course, restore a bit of nature. So, let's put trees in this place. So, this track will run through a natural beauty spot. Like so. That's actually burned through all of my cash. But yeah, there we go. Just turn that into a forest. Because why not? Now, did I get... I've got the warehouse upgrade on here, haven't I? I think I have, yes. Don't need loading station. Restaurant, a storage building worth 100 coal. Might be an idea, that. Depends how much it can take right now, actually. Up to 300 of each, right. But yeah, now we've turned this junction into a massive forested area as well. So that does look a bit better, I must admit. Now, that station is not being kept up with by that train by itself. So even the small stations requires more first-class trains. So, class 65. Let's grab a dining car, of course, because, you know, we've got to squeeze these people for all the money we can get out of them. Then it's this one to this one. Go. We'll have to see if 2 trains is enough. Might be, but then again it might not be, so that's the whole point. Oh, why were you paused? Oh, you were paused because he was paused. He was paused because he's going up a hill, so... Not sure what happened there. Yeah, I think it's just flat out trains getting a bit stuck trying to go up and over the hill. Yeah, I think that's the problem. It's maybe about time to try and deal with that hill. I've got to watch that. If that thing hits 1,500 again, then I'll need another train on it. Of course, nothing. It's only a 6 length, and it's got 8 length trains running into it right at the moment. Well, if it drops below 1,500, then 2 trains can handle it. So that's what I'm waiting for. I think 2 trains is going to be enough, actually, because the other train is on its way back. Yeah, as soon as I finish dealing with some of this stuff, it's going to be okay. And 2 trains will be enough for this particular link. There it goes. Okay. Let's get the station sorted out. Actually, it's kind of bad because the station can't go this way because there's a building in the way. So it's got to go the other direction. Let's see. Oh, I've got a message. Razzle, did a theory on the junction mess to make it to use the least amount of bridges and stuff. Blue lines are bridges, light grey. Just the what goes. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I admit that does look a bit better, Razzle. Oh well. Now I've just got to wait for the junction to clear up enough to get the stuff out. Because of course another problem is this is a major junction, so everything is going through it. Right. Yeah, it's in constant use. Yeah, beware your Uber paint skills, indeed. The junction is going to lose some character, but hey, that seems to be an acceptable thing. Okay, there's one passenger train rolling this way right now. Is there anything else coming this way? Yes, there's still a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to have to hit the brakes. You. And... well, actually, you're fine. I'll actually bleed that section out. So, you're on the brakes. You're on the brakes as well. So those two trains will stop. The trains will finish up in here and then evacuate and get jammed up in the rest of the system. So that should do fine. Just need to let the trains actually get out of there. Yep, that's the last train just coming out now. Actually, I don't need to wait for that one, I can just hit pause now and deal with it. So, right. Razul has sent me an MS Paint image of how to junction, basically. So I'm going to be tearing out the junction to remake it in Razul's image. All gotta go. Like that. This section needs to be working too, so I'm going to do that while I'm at it. There we go, entire section is now scorched earth. Right. Okay, that looks alright. So, I think I need to shift the entire track a little bit further upwards, which will just help in general. So I'm going to make it run along there, I guess. Actually, yeah, let's level that up a little bit so it goes along there. Okay, now I can just run this all the way along here and that'll connect straight into there. Connected. Right. Next up is the connection coming down from the mountain side, which is going to again require some flattening. There we go. This one will run just into that, and this one will run just into that. Okay. Now I need to get a link out like that, and then I need to get a link from here around separately too. And this is going to be the tricky part. Right. That is the absolute minimum amount of earth moving required to get a bridge over another track. so that'll have to do. Actually, that's not ideal. I need to move it one further along, because otherwise there won't be room for a signal. Actually, just realised. So. Drop you back down. Drop you down. And you. Get you back up. There we go. Okay. So, this is going to be a first bridge section. Because the thing is, of course, the bridges can't have signals on them. So, technically I'm inverting what Razzle sent me. Razzle sent me an image which was like 2 bridges only. But that increased the length of the bridges involved. While doing this is a bit shorter. Oh, you know what? Hell with it. I'm just going to do it Razzle's way. Less brainy worky effort thing. Okay, right, let's do this. Only one is required, but the shorter bridges will allow trains to get past them more easily. So, yep. I'm going to have to invert this, of course. So, delete, drop, comes back up. So, slight indentation there. Don't know why I did that. No. There, thank you. Jeez. So I've dropped that. Now I need to lift the edges of it, like so. And that will then let me, well, actually, just... Yeah, it's only a single one, so it needs at least 1 point raise, so might as well just do it too. Then I can get a bridge straight across there. Minimum clearance. There we go. Right. That one. Now here comes the issue of operational width in Mashinky, because this is going to be a pain. Do it like that. Then I require that one raised. I'm messing up the shoreline, but that will let me move that along there. Am I one level too low, actually? That's 9, that's an 8. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't have dropped down. That down, so I can just run this track. Oh, I don't want to link there. Oh, damn it. Because a link there will interfere with the rest of it. So, tear this one out, recess it a little bit, like so. Can you double back and do like that? No, there's not enough space. No, nothing for it. Okay, just have to do it like that. Okay, so that is like that. Almost there. Just need to bring this track over here, straight to that. That's connected there. Right. Now, that just leaves connecting the last direction, which is from this one to this one. And that requires, once again, vandalizing the lakeside. So... Yeah, that is literally as low as it can go at this point. Have to raise that one slightly. Right. So that can go through there. Now I need to find the clearance to get a track through, which is going to be like, that's a 9. That's what I've got to get it to. I think I can get a bridge across that. It's going to be a bit odd, but yeah, okay, we get a bridge straight across that. Yeah, that's the minimum it requires to get through. Now I need to get the slope down to get the track to connect. Like that. Damn it. Right. So that goes there. There. That's got to be equalised, like that. Then that one can drop down like that, I think. There we go. Okay, there's the connection. Okay. Of course, there's also the fact I've broken another part of the railway and it's not fixed it yet. So, that's another slight issue. I go to there. And it's actually a rather serious issue as well, to be quite honest. That go like that. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, that's a problem because, as I said, there's the whole limit on turning and space in Mashinky, so I had to be very careful with it, and even then I had to do a bunch of earth movings even to get it to fit at all. Of course, there's no signal here after this merger, so that can't be helped either. Also, there can't be one here because there's a bridge in the way, so that's going to have to serve as best as possible, like that. It's going to be like that. Okay, are you fully functional? Well, I know this part should be, roughly. Okay, that's fully functional. Okay. It looks nicer now, but it'll look better first off when I put some trees in here, and second off, I've got an urgent priority in terms of track construction now, which is I've got to get this station reconnected because this is my only source of money, so it is mildly important, you know. Just a tiny bit. See, I require a signal box. Yeah, this is my only source of money, and I demolished it. So that'll do, I suppose. Now let me put in the station track like that. Now, the thing is, I've got to get this connected to this. Actually, can I get that around there? Not really. Then I've still got to get it past here as well. Didn't I pay my loan back? Click. Yes, I actually paid my loan back. Okay, good. I'll need my loan to get past this. Quite honestly. So, also need to, well, I need to reconnect this one as well, but that doesn't have any trains running to it at the moment. So that can go like that's up. Right. There we go, that'll accept passengers and things now, but it still needs to be reconnected. Right, let's take out that 2,000 loan. There we go, loan is now maxed. So, that's the output line. We're just going to need to connect there. So let's repurpose that slightly. Yes, I am Epic. It has already been uploaded. It is just waiting on finalizing the tagging and stuff for it. That's all it's lacking. Yeah, who needs nature? Okay, yeah, can't tunnel there because it's too low, so... no way around this one. Drop it. Raise, raise. Raise, raise. I'm gonna have to move it. I'm gonna have to move this up one. Right. Yeah, nature is for the weak. Industrial solutions all the way. Exactly, yeah, Razul, I'm bridging. Which I'll connect, well, it needs a link from here, which is why I was looking at this. Can I drop you? I can. Can I drop you enough? Probably not. No, I can't. Right. If I can't connect to these, then I'm going to need to pull it off somewhere else. So, actually, how much run up is that? Not enough. Hiya, Sorty, welcome back. I think my only solution really is to pull it off from here before the bridges, because otherwise I don't have enough room. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just pull it off from here. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. If I can get it up. Darling. Put that like that. It needs to be lifted a bit, which is messing up the lakeside again. My beautiful lakeside. It's completely ruined at this point. My poor pretty lakeside. Right. Yeah, it's basically it's a Railroad Tycoon game. Well, actually no, Railroad Tycoon was a separate game. A train management transport game. Yeah, Railroad Tycoon is probably a bit of a fair comparison, but Mashinky does have its own spin on things and stuff too. Okay, that's spent another 600 to get that installed, but that will let trains pull up, passenger trains will pull off the line here, they'll have to actually bypass the junction entirely to get out to the station up here. It's lucky I stopped the passenger train there, actually, to be honest, because then you can actually make the turn. Right. Okay, that comes all the way back around. Get that back in place. And then that can reconnect there like that. And there we go. Alright. That'll work. Now I need to get money stabilising because I took the loan out after all to get that to happen. Set you going and set you going. So there we go. The pause trains are now free to roll again. There we go. Yeah, that's actually working pretty well. Thank you, Russell. No problems with it so far. Is everything else rolling? There's still a bunch of trains backed up along here. Come on. Before the crossing, feeding passengers back into the junction, there is no signal. Oh, yep, you're right. There we go, fixed. I'm kind of surprised that's the only thing that's wrong with it, to be honest. On the non-passenger side, what? Oh geez, there's a massive stretch here without any signals. But before the crossing, feeding passengers back into the junction, there is no signal. There's a signal there, a signal there. Oh, there's one. Oh yeah. Not those any there either. There we go. I think that's fixed it. Warehouse has reached capacity again, but that's because there's a lack of coal. Oh, there goes the first coal train heading towards my sawmill. So off that goes. Took it a while, but it does not really mine, well, produce coal very quickly at all. So, see how well that affects that. I should probably get, where is it? I want a storage building on it. So, yeah, a storage building will help just fix this station a bit better. Okay, let's adjust that. Tiny bit. Rise. Put it in storage. Oh, of course. I need to do that too. There we go. And that'll give it massively increased storage. But now we've got coal coming in, which will feed into the refinery. Sorry, the sawmill here. And that'll help it with all log processing and stuff to just process faster. And also, sadly, more efficiently. So, yeah. That's going to be interesting. Yep, I think that station's working. Sorry, that junction is working really well. Oh yeah, that's just tearing straight through the logs, actually. That's great. Yep, perfect. Sorted. It's working a lot better. And it's not taking very much coal actually to do that upgrade. That, yeah, the iron one's full again. I need to get more coal to that. Now I also need to get the other passenger trains rolling too, because that's something I've been neglecting, and I've not got passenger trains running. Like, where was Milton Keynes connected to? Milton Keynes was connected to, I believe it was Huddersfield. Yeah, it was Huddersfield. So, I need more passenger trains. Now that said, with all the boosts on it, the 2 passenger trains I've got are making more money than I'm using, so... Maybe I'm being greedy, I don't know. But the fact is I did actually build this originally as a passenger network, so... Hand them over and you'll take a look at simplifying them. Can you figure out how to make goods teleport in this game? That would probably help a little bit. Oh yeah, I still need to deal with this mountainside. Yeah, pay back the loan. Good idea. There we go, that's the loan gone. Here comes the first passenger train coming back. Immediately picks up 64 and wanders off again. And I've already made it back, the loan again, just from those 2 passenger trains running from Aberdeen to Kilmarnock. So yeah, stacking the modifiers on the passenger income is a very good way to go about this. Probably overpowered, to be quite honest. Actually, there is something I could do. Just realised. Steam age. So advanced to the early diesel, 200, 200, 100. I've got enough to see if there's anything here, so... Yep, and that's all there is for now. Okay, right. So I can't hit the early diesel age. So this is as far as I can go. Hit the first 2 eras. 25 engines, more stories quests, player controlled trains, multiplayer for up to 8 players. That's going to be fun. And this is also an alpha build, so still heavily in development. And it's been, this game's been worked on for 7 years alone. Cool. Well, there we go. We can't hit the next era because it doesn't exist yet. So apparently diesel engines don't exist. The more you know. Still, there's you may only have the first 2 eras, but it's definitely got a lot of stuff going for it already. I look forward to seeing where this thing goes after this. This is a demo? No, this is an early access, Swarzy. Well, I guess in some ways you could call it a demo. Yeah, actually I've got to give you that one. But it's more like it's still incomplete, so... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Me sleepy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, I'm sleepy. But yeah, this is the early access release. That place is, yeah, still not got anything like enough coal. Wait, where's the coal trains gone? That station's overloaded, right? That's a collision, right? I need to find the engines that are running around here. What are your orders? Are you running from station 16? Yes, you are. Oh, I see what's going on. Because these Station 16 trains are the only ones I didn't actually recall and rebuild. So, yeah. Yeah, you go to depot. No wonder there's problems. They're actually shorter than the main lines right now. Okay, you guys are two plank trains. Where's the other coal train? There's the other coal train. So there's only the two trains working as well. Yeah, the rework junction is really helping out a lot. It's a lot smoother than the mess I cobbled together. Now that we've actually got a bunch of money, we can go ahead and fix up the nature part again. So, build, build, build. That station is fine, so build, build, build. Let's get... Oh, and I just managed to bankrupt myself. Whoops! Yeah, that's completely typical. Actually, I just overspent and got rid of all my money. Oh well, at least everything looks pretty though, so there is that. Oh, that's typical that. Yeah, I already did. So yeah, I could have got the loan, but the passenger train's running on coal, so they got it sorted out anyway. Okay, right, so let's see. We've got a coal station over here in need of adjustments. This is the one that was feeding straight into the iron smeltery. Do the trees have any effects besides cosmetics? No, they do not. The only trees that actually have effects besides cosmetic are the ones you build straight onto the straight into the forests as extensions to the forest building. Those are the ones that have an effect on it. That'll do. Right, so we've got 200 in storage over there. It's a +3 coal mine. Right, let's see. Can we build a more efficient engine now that we've got plenty of material? Well, actually, it's not about the engine, it's more about the train. This entire section is run by Class 65s. GS2s are double the operating cost, so... Well, the extra power is nice, but it's also almost double the length. And only slightly faster. So that's why last stream I settled on the Class 65s as the most efficient. In terms of what I was trying to do with it. So, right. I want you to carry coal. And I want to work out what's the most efficient way to do it. I believe the facts are the most efficient, actually. But I couldn't do it because I didn't have any kind of iron source. Let's see. 0.51 length, but they carry 20 apiece. So we're compared to the 0.4, which carries 6. So, and the 0.55 that carries 9. Yeah, the facts are the most efficient. Let's get that loaded up with facts and see how much this thing can haul. 7.79 length. Weighs 438 tons, so it's a really, really heavy beast. Maybe I should actually... Let's try it and see. Full load. And then head straight to the smelting plants. So there we go. Let's see how well this thing goes. Because I'm slightly concerned about acceleration. I mean, it's actually 4 times overweight, so I think its acceleration is going to be very poor, especially when it gets fully loaded with coal. I mean, how much can it even handle? Oh, geez, that thing can handle 260 coal. Whoa. Okay. This station can't even handle that much. Oh, jeez. I need a coal hopper, I think. Plus 500 capacity. That might be helpful. Yeah, that's one of the great things about this particular game. It's amazing the graphics it's got. I mean, it goes into that really clean olden isometric style when you're building stuff. But then, well, you remember I put down those trees over here? Press space, and this is the junction area, like that. So yeah, that coal train has got really lousy acceleration. It sucks. I'm kind of dreading how heavy this thing is going to be when it reaches the station and fully loads itself. Yeah, that junction does look a lot better after you took a hand in it, Basil. Thank you. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get back to the engine end of it. Kind of curious what they're going to do about the fact about having players able to drive their trains later on. Oh, this one's got the one with the lousy whistle on it. Oh dear. Oh well. Well, here we go. Not sure how much coal it will have built up by now, but we're going to find out. Right, so how heavy are you going to get? Just huffing angrily over there. I just think they sound so grumpy when they're sitting in the station like this. You know? Like, let me leave. I don't want to sit here. I don't know. Yeah, it's not quite loaded. But even so, it's now 670 tons. I think if I want this train to have any kind of acceleration, I need to fit it out with the G2 engine, which will double its fuel consumption. Yeah, it is actually. So yeah, the question is how fast will this thing accelerate? But still, it looks like this one train will be able to service this coal mine by itself, which is kind of nuts considering that 2 trains weren't actually able to do it before. Yeah, 700 tons out of 102 recommended. That is just ouch, basically. Ouch. I really feel for this thing's acceleration at this point. Oh, if it hits any kind of signal, this thing is going to grind to a halt, I think. So I just hope nothing gets in its way. Better give it an order to do a full unload at the other end as well. No, not that. Full unload. There. Are accidents a part of this game? Only one accident. But I suspect there will be more later. The only accident you have right now is if you mess up horribly in your train management, either by deleting signals or telling them to do things they really shouldn't be doing, and they crash into each other, which kind of, you know, it destroys both trains, so, you know, there is that, I suppose. Yeah, it's only going 40 miles an hour. And that's despite having all that as a run-up. It's still only doing 40. It's hit a slight hill. It's slowed down by about 4 miles an hour. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this definitely needs the better engine on it. There's no other way for it to actually be reasonable, I think. It's managing 50, but it's about to hit another hill. Yep, it was at 56. Getting up that is suddenly dropped to 53, 54, 52. Fortunately, the game, as it... I don't know, I've never actually crashed the trains. I don't think you can. It'd be helpful if you could, but I don't think so. Actually, we should try that. But yeah, this thing does seem to really struggle for acceleration as far as I can tell. It's doing okay right now because it's not had any real issues as of yet, but... But it accelerates way, way slower than even the other heaviest laden trains in this area. But it's so much heavier. I mean, that's the kind of train I was running around with before. And then I've now got this thing bobbling in. Year is this? 1962? Yeah, I'm just very quickly upgrading the station before this thing arrives. Signal box, so you can increase the size of it. There we go. And then we can just easily just drag out the station like that. There we go. That was kind of a needed upgrade. Yeah, even this station can only handle 200 of a resource. So the coal this train is unloading is just going straight into the foundry. That's the only way it would all fit. Oh, we need another steel train apparently too. Wow. Can't believe how much that train could handle. But yeah, it gets about 80% heavier when it's got a full load of coal in it. So I think I'm going to bite the bullet here and convert it into a G2. Probably a really good idea. Or I'll try Swarty's suggestion and see if I can get an extra engine into it. I suspect you can't because it brings up new engines as separate trains, but it's worth a shot. Let's try it, let's try it. Okay. Engines, can I give you a 260 Porter? No, I can't move the engine. Yeah, so it is just one engine per train. So let's give it that 65 and put in a GS2 instead. Which is an awesome train. I was honestly afraid I wouldn't actually be able to use it when I realised that the 65 is better, more efficient and all that. Oh, 8.02. Oh, jeez. It is tiny bit over length, just enough to count. So take that off. And I can give it a... Talbot on the back, which makes it slightly longer. So there we go. Right, that's about as much as I can squeeze into it with a G2. So let's get its orders restrung back out. It won't haul as much like this. It's at least 1.5 carriages smaller, but it'll still haul plenty. The problem is it'll cost twice as much coal doing it, but you know. So here it comes. I still think that is the best looking engine currently in the game. That one. Because it's just a sleek machine. That is. And it can still haul 226 coal, so it still hauls a ridiculous amount. So here it comes. Give you a train ride on it, okay. And it's huffing and puffing right now in the station as it loads up. Well, it is a slight difference. The previous train's max recommended was 102 tons. This one is 178, so it's going to be considerably better. So yeah, the acceleration on this one will be much better. Probably, but you've got to remember, Epic, that this is as far as the tech in the game can go. So, oh yeah, that's a Talbot. So yeah, no wonder I can't do anything. That dinky little car just stuck on the end of it. Yeah, apparently it's a very complex task going on right now, putting together the next stage, because there was literally a Steam post about it on the game's main page. It's almost loaded. So yeah, I mean, I put in the stuff to get the end of Steam age, and as you can see, it just gave me this saying, end of early access version, that's all for now. So yeah, this is as far as the tech can go at the moment. Oh, here we go. Already seeing much better acceleration on it. Yeah, this thing is only like, I think 2.5 times its recommended weight, while the other train was 7 times its recommended weight. So, slight discrepancy there. Yeah, it's early access, Epic. And hopefully they'll fix the whistle on this darn thing, because it's the only bad thing about the engine. So, yeah. And yeah, we're already going as fast as the other engine was all the way down the line at the next junction. So, yeah, this thing is doing much better. Oh, there's a wood train over there, waiting at that forest. What, you mean the sound of the engine or the sound of the whistle, Swarty? Show the junction in this view. You've got to remember that this is not actually the most interesting train to watch that junction, because this one just goes straight through it. It doesn't actually use any of the bridges or anything like that, because they're not on this route. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, the whistle. The thing is, that whistle is on like at least 3 other engines, so yeah. Oh, I think we're about to hit the brakes because that passenger train's in the way. Oh dear. Oh no, it got out of the way. Okay, good. Yeah, don't worry, Basil. I noticed that you said this view, so hop back through to the other side of the engine. Yeah, that's my thought about it. It sounds like a toy. Okay, right. So there's the side of the lake we're going to be moving along. The pride and joy of this particular line is the bridges we're about to hit. So we can just see the first one here. This is the junction which is connected to the whole. This is where the depot is. So that's the depot access right there. Across this bridge, and there's the railway depot, just over there. Here's the bridges overhead, and here comes the junction. train up ahead, but it seems to be going off on the other track now. Yep, it got out the way. Oh, nope, not quite. Oh, jeez. It is going the same direction. We've hit slow traffic. Darn it. Oh, we were doing so well too. And I thought the sound effects broke for a second there. Yeah. It's a shame. I'd have liked to just go steaming through at full power. Oh, there's another train there. So we've got some congestion on the area as well right now. I think that's one of the yeah, that's one of the timber cars. A timber train. And my engine is just growling at the other train, wanting it to get out of the way. Yeah, here we can see another train already making its way down the track. Let's switch back to the other camera. But we can't see the switch over because it's behind these trees and it's lower, closer to the edge of the water. Yeah, there's no problem sorting. Some people are into it, some people aren't. So it's like anything else, really, isn't it? Oh, and now that train's growling at mine. So yeah, now that train's not happy about the delay. Oh. But yeah, there we go, Azul. We've just gone through your junction. No, honestly, what was blocking the view of the lake was a hill. So it was not so much the trees; it was actually the slope of the terrain that was getting in the way. We'd have a better view of that part if we hop a ride on one of the timber trains, because the timber trains use that actual switch to go up in the other direction. So. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like it when there's several trains right next to each other. Oh well. Oh, here we go, here's our turning. Yeah, I think it's oversaturating the sound channels at the moment. Just a bug, I would say. Okay, here we go. There's the foundry right over there. And a couple of lumber trains moving back and forth a little bit. Jolly good. Is there anything coming out of the station right now? No, can't see anything. Right. Still, it's nice to have a G2 on the track again, I must admit. Oh, there's an iron train right there. We can actually hop over to the iron train. That's going in the right direction. Because that's going straight to the tool shop. So it's going to use the other route. There we go. That train has now arrived. And it's just... Oh, now we don't have enough iron ore in this place. Typical, that. Okay, let's hop onto this train then. Jeez. I'm still kind of wondering how they managed to load these massive metal bars onto the train. I mean, look at the size of these things. And that's pure metal, that. What was it, pure steel? I think? No, pure. This is pure iron ingots. Absolutely massive things. Yeah, huff all you want. Jeez. Ah, there it is. Right. Oh, this is one of the things I like about this game that makes it relaxing. It's like you can just chill out and watch stuff if you want to. There's another train coming this way, but this is the side I want to be on because this is about to go... Yep, here's the turn. It's about to go by the lakeside, this one. Yep, there's a passenger train also moving around the other way on the junction. So it's going to go underneath us. So there's the passenger train there, and there's the bridges. Well, we're just coming across here, and we're going to go straight through and connect on this side of the junction. So yeah, as you can see, it's more the terrain layout that's blocking some of the view when we just go straight through it. I've still not got around to fixing this massive hill, though. It slows the train down just a bit. There's also a few bugs like that. To be honest, I just went over one in the other direction, so... Yeah, look at that. Look how those iron ingots are just floating around the place. Oh well. Early access is early access and all that. Oh, apparently that bridge is a bit low. Oh dear. Yeah, I think the graphics for the wooden bridges might need to be slightly adjusted, because that was a slight issue, that. Oh well, we're just circling around this town and we're going to deliver our massive load of iron. So, here we go. Chug, chug. Too bad. Right, I think I want to get the production storage, just flat out improves it. So there we go. Because that is, after all, where all of my stuff is coming, except for the coal, which keeps everything going. Right, is there anywhere that's overloaded? Well, we need more. We need more timber being moved, to be quite fair. Better train for that, actually. What wagons have we got? Timber wagons, timber wagons. No, we've only got the one timber wagon. Alright, boo. Yeah, the advanced materials we don't really have much for at the moment. But yeah, I think that's also a good place to call the stream, because I am getting kind of burnt out right now. Yeah, they throw those 20-ton iron bars the entire 100 meters to the storage. Well, they do it without even solid ground, so they're doing it over soft grass too. And they're doing it across other tracks. To be fair, it's not the worst thing that's going on. I mean, have you considered the guys who have to haul the logs? I mean, all of the felled trees have to go up this massive cliff to get to the timber yard. So, yeah, not exactly ideal. I think I should probably improve this. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Swarty, in case you haven't seen this yet, this is how things work. All the industries and things have the extensions. I think you've seen some of the extensions going in on the stations, but you can do it to industries as well. So this is what I meant when I said that only the trees placed near to the forest and things affects the actual wood production and stuff. Like, I've just installed those two upgrades to this as well. And and that's a growth area. But that's a tree nursery there, that's a charcoal kiln there. This place now produces 5 wood. I actually need to put another wood train on this one now, because of how much it makes. Oh dear. Wait, don't we have an advanced wood trailer? No, we've only got the Nossinger, which is not actually worth it. The Strudinger can actually haul more. Oh well. Yeah, we're getting coal taken into Aberdeen though is doing great, because it's actually kept up absolutely fine with the log production these days. I've not had a notice about this one getting overloaded for a long time, and that's from a single forest being given some charcoal production. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to call the stream there, because it is now that time. I need to rest, and I've got work early tomorrow morning, so as you do. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show and had fun just chilling out with me here. And I'll catch you all some other time. See you all later.